Alright guys, today we're going to be looking at the Spyderco Salt 1. This has been my main hiking blade for about a year and a half now. You guys would have seen me take this on my trip to East Fork State Park where I did the Stephen M. Newman World Walker Trail. That was a 32-mile trail, so carrying a light but dependable blade was a must. And doing the things I was doing while hiking there, the conditions itself made me want to take this blade for one reason. This H1 tool steel, or it's just steel, not tool steel, but this H1 steel where they remove the carbon and replace it with nitrogen to make it literally rust proof. That's something I put to the test. I crossed a few rivers with this in my pocket. No problem whatsoever. The hardware itself is not the H1, but I didn't have problems with that rusting either. It's not like I even wiped this off after I was done crossing the rivers or anything, It stayed in my pocket the whole time. This pocket clip was great. And, it's just a great knife. But let's get into some specs. You've got a 3 3/16 inch sheep's foot style blade with a hollow grind. Again, that H1 steel, made Siki City, Japan, by Spyderco. Looking at the handle, you're looking at an FRN, fiberglass reinforced nylon with a volcano grip. It's good. It's kind of looks like a golf ball. Not as good as the bi-directional grip on, say, a Manix 2 or an Endura. But, it works very well. This is kind of modeled after the Delica. I don't know if you guys can see that in the handle. Very similar. Using a Boyle dent spine lock. Got a generous sized lanyard hole right there for the clip. Clip is reversible, tip up carry only. An interesting feature of the clip is that lanyard hole is actually the screw for it, which is pretty cool. Going back to the blade, the steel performs pretty well. I don't remember what the Rockwell hardness is, but I'd say it's better than 8CR13 MOV OS 8. Holds a wicked sharp edge. Try and get something for you there. Sorry. It's hard to get stuff to pick up on camera, but there we go. You can get a hair-popping sharp edge on this. Which, you can do that on just about any blade. I can Kershaw Cryo, that's only 8CR13. It's just really edge retention is what you're looking for. This definitely holds edge longer than this. I was opening up boxes and cutting plastic ties and stuff like that because we got our food truck yesterday and I had to retouch it. Not completely resharpen, but I had to touch it up at the end of the day because, that would not be something I'd have to do with that. Very generous sized Spidey hole, by the way. You can use it with gloves. No problem. Yeah, I don't really have too much else to say besides, like I was saying, lightweight, 3 ounces. 4 and 5/16 closed, 8 and 5/8 open, if I didn't mention that. You can get this in black scales, yellow scales, serration, half serration. You can get it with a black coating. Not that you really need it, since this is rust proof. You know, you can tell mine's definitely been used, but it hides it fairly well with that satin finish, even though it's only a satin finish. It's really just when it hits the light that you can tell it's been used, and then along the more wear areas of the cutting surface. Really love the jimping on the thumb ramp, by the way. Gives you a good solid purchase. But like I said, retail about 80, used about 60. And just a solid backpacking knife that you don't have to maintain too often. You have to worry about oiling it, stuff like that. As long as you maintain it before your trip and after, you're good. You don't have to worry about it rusting at all. And as for touching it up, you can just use a stone. I use the Lansky system, so got the sapphire. I think that, yeah, sapphire stone. This works pretty well. Need to wash that off, but yeah, really love this blade, and you guys should definitely go check it out, especially if you're a hiker looking for something lightweight and not something you have to worry about too much. Give you some size comparisons really quick, actually. Good. Cryo. Sorry. We'll do mini grip. Do a CRKT squid. And do the Kershaw Skyline. Love that stone washed jade green G10. That is just a beautiful knife. Beautiful, beautiful knife. If I can get that to focus, there we go. Kind of a semi-translucent. You can see that bronze spacer in there a bit. But comparing that thickness-wise, pretty similar. Pretty similar. In all of these, it's really just weight you're looking at. I try and go with fairly thin knives. Of course, it's not going to be as thick as a mini grip. This one's actually a little bit thinner, I think. Yeah, about the same. But anyways, definitely check that out, guys. It's definitely a knife worth having in your collection. Also good if you're in a high humidity environment, somewhere near the coast or maybe a lakes region, something like that. So, hope you guys like this video. Have a great day.